God of War Ragnarok wastes no time throwing us back into its grim setting, with Kratos and Atreus running for their lives through frosty wilderness. While the two may have triumphed at the end of the 2018 game, they provoke the wrath of nearly the entire Norse pantheon. After evading a vengeful Freya, we're greeted by a mirror of the 2018 game's somber opener. Only this time, instead of laying his mother to rest, Atreus has put down a beloved wolf companion. The camera lingers on this drawn-out grief with photorealistic expressions and gorgeous scenery. While God of War Ragnarok still offers plenty of action, the game takes its time, forcing you to weigh the consequences of every action you take. The game's world also towers over Kratos as impressively as its Norse deities, for better and for worse. Each realm explodes with color and life, or stands out for its eerie emptiness. The verticality of Ragnarok is more tightly packed than any Dark Souls game. The greatest struggle to every puzzle comes in parsing the layers presented to you. You can look at a solution for ages without discerning what level it was on, or even what it was. While the game boasts myriad accessibility settings, it's oddly unhelpful with this particular confusion. Atreus and Mimir often proffer hints incessantly in and out of combat, only to be mum while you're churning through a particularly tough puzzle needed to progress the story. Sometimes it just feels broken. When you solve what had gotten you stuck, they'll explain the solution to you, as if it didn't just happen. It's like when a friend tells you a hilarious joke, but insists on explaining the punchline when you're already laughing. In one early scene, you find a dead dwarf crushed by rocks. The dwarf is holding an item, you take it, the rocks holding him in place collapse, and then you're thrown into a fight. After this, Atreus informs you that it seems like there's wind coming through the crack in the wall you've already found, so that must be the exit. Rather than feeling like a reward, this narration starts to grate, as if the game doubts your intelligence. Ragnarok never once rests on its laurels, throwing new ways to play at you until the very end. Despite having a seemingly endless amount to praise here, I really have barely scratched the surface of what God of War Ragnarok has to offer. I'm deliberately omitting dozens of secrets and surprises. I wouldn't dare spoil what's to come for anyone booting it up for the first time, but rest assured, there are both huge story moments and fresh gameplay additions that live up to and often surpass expectations. Taken all together, much like The Godfather Part 2, God of War Ragnarok delivers not only a chapter that reaches the lofty heights of its predecessor but leaves it impossible to imagine the series without it.